All right, friends, I'm going to show you a different place in our tropical garden, which we call a mala. And I'm going to show you where we're planting trees for our future, because these trees are going to take anywhere from 3 to 5 to 7 years to start producing fruit. Let me show you. Here's one. This is an ulu. Yeah, you see how little he is. Yep. As we're walking down our crazy little walkway, you have to be careful around here. Yeah, it's a little rocky rolly. Here's another ulu. And as you can see right here, with the beautiful sun of our setting sun, this is another ulu, and he's doing really well. Look at that. Yeah. So there's one right there that we just showed you. That's where I walked from. Let me show you as we walk down. Now this was all mangrove down here. It all looked like that. Here's another ulu. It has taken us time to get this land ready to start planting these trees. Now this tree will grow to be 25, 40, 50 feet. And that's what I'll show you a little later. We planted some in 2017. It is now 2025. We've been getting fruit for the last 3 years, 4 years, and we just topped those trees. So here's another ulu that was planted. Here's another one. And let me take you down there. Hold on. So as you can see, this is where our path is that we drive our gator. Yeah, it's a little ATV vehicle that we use to get down here with equipment. And I just walked along where we have a drainage ditch that was built by the plantation probably, I don't know, 70, 80, 90 years ago. We do not use that. We run our own water line. So there's the ulus I was showing you. Here's this one right here, and this one's doing really well. Yeah. Again, this whole area looked like this. Nice thick brush. So we came in here and cut all those trees out. This was all cleared. This is only undergrowth that has grown back. Not that hard to clean out. Here's another ulu. Here's a mountain apple that was planted. Yep. So we just start propagating these, and look how well that's doing. Look at that. Yeah. We have another ulu. And we're just planting them right next to the rocks, in between the rocks. We put a lot of rocks around them because the pigs come and dig. We don't want them to upheaval them and hurt them. Here's another ulu right here, doing really well. As you can see, this path's been done probably for about a year now. So it's gotten worn down pretty good with our gator. This is another mountain apple right here. Got some new growth right there. Doing really nice. Here's an ulu. And you're going to say, why do you keep saying ulu? Well, that's what it is. It's a breadfruit tree. We call it ulu. And you can see where the pigs dug around this one. Had to fix it up a little bit. This is another mountain apple. We have an ulu. And then you're going to say, well, why aren't you planting on this side? Well, we did. We've got right here. Sorry, the sun is kind of hard. So we are scattering some in there. Here's another tree right here we planted. And remind you, we have to make sure we have like, an 8-foot pathway here for our gator to bring equipment down here. Here's another mountain apple. Now this is another ulu that I grew from a little baby from my tree at my residence. And this is another Queen's ulu. So this is going to be a very large ulu. Currently we're going to leave this larger tree in here for the time being, but that will come out. This is where we piled a whole bunch of cuttings of trees. As you can see, we got another ulu right there on the right hand side of me. And here's another native tree. Now, look at this. This is a tree trunk. It just rotted out over time, and you can see how large that was. But we're not going to come in here and take all this effort to remove that. We're just going to let it mulch down naturally. We've got another Java plum right in front of us, so I'm going to guess this was a Java plum as well. They don't last forever. But now you can see. You can see all our trees. Two. So give me about 2 years and it'll start having a beautiful canopy right here. Really happy to see this. And we continued planting down here. Now this area, what we did was we just thinned out the trees. This is what we call koahale. It's just a nasty tree that creates issues with fires. Yes, easy to burn. We got to be very cautious of that. So we just went in there and thinned some of them out to use this as a canopy for the time being, because these need a little bit of canopy until they're up and growing. These are all native plants that we planted down here. And as you can see, we have kalo in between some of the rocks. Taro. It's an experiment to see if it'll work, and it's growing really nice. These are all native plants that we planted down here. And we're using the koahale, we just cut it up a little bit, and we're using that as the canopy until these guys can grow up. Here's another few down here. And let me walk you further down to where we... Hey, check that out. A beautiful feather. Yeah. Sometimes you get lucky. Yeah, you do. It looks like we got a squash growing right there. Now these are all the same plant. And we're just planting these. These are newly planted. And we're making sure we're hand watering these until they get up and growing. Let me take you further down. In totality, we have 13 acres here. I just haven't shown all of it to you because most of it was just cutting all these things out. You know, that's kind of boring. You don't want to watch me cut trees. We have another ulu here. We have an ulu right here. And we most recently planted banana in this particular area. Yep. So we're going to start some banana trees down here. And up in front of us is a mango tree. That mango tree is probably 40 years old. And all they did was just stage the cuttings of this area around the base of that tree. Normally what we do is we usually cut them off at 4 or 5 foot level. But just wanted to show you what we're doing down further in our garden. And it's starting all these trees because we all know it takes 5 to 7 years before you can produce fruit. And each and every one of these plants that I've showed you produce fruit. That's our focus right now. And I was told, hey, we need 100 more trees. So I need to go focus on getting 100 more trees so we can plant down here and get this place going. But let me cut this short now, and you have an awesome day. Chiho.